Marego TV, the new experience with great insights.
To keep you there. Be careful of your surroundings. Be careful of your surroundings. It's solid, but let's turn it into fire for motivation. Be careful of your surroundings because every place is planting something in you. Choose soil that grows you, not soil that buries you. Your environment is your silent teacher. Be careful of your surroundings, or you will graduate with lessons you never wanted. You can't bloom in poisoned water. Be careful of your surroundings. Protect your peace like your life depends on it, because it does. Eagles don't fly with chickens. Be careful of your surroundings. The 5 people around you will decide your next 5 years. Success is contagious, but so is failure. Be careful of your surroundings. Stand where winners stand. Your surroundings will either build you a dream or bury it. Be careful of your surroundings. Be careful. Choose rooms that stretch you, not rooms that think you. A wise man scans the room before he enters the fight. Be careful of your surroundings. Not every battle is yours. Not every friend is loyal. The river doesn't drown the careful swimmer. Be careful of your surroundings. Danger whispers before it shouts. Your surroundings don't care about your plans. Be careful. Stay alert. Stay sharp. Stay alive to fight another day. God gave you eyes in front for a reason. Be careful of your surroundings. What you don't see can still break you. It starts with one bad friend, one toxic room, one wrong cycle. Be careful of your surroundings because your future is hiding in the crowd you keep today. Be very careful wherever you found yourself. Let's quickly pick our health tips. Low vegetables are veggies with 5 grams natural sugar per 100 grams. Perfect if you are watching blood sugar or cutting weight or doing carb. Here are some examples of low sugar vegetables and their benefits. Cucumber. The cucumber hydrates and flushes toxins. Celery fights inflammation and aids digestion. Lettuce calms body and boosts vitamin K. The zucchini, gentle digestion and vitamin C. Spinach, bones and anemia fighter. The mushroom, immunity and vitamin D. Broccoli, cancer fighter plus bones. The Swiss chard protects the eye, and cauliflower is the liver and brain detox. If you want to lose weight or don't want to take in enough carbs, this is what you have to take. Sylvester is ready with the sports flash, and then myself, Mario, will come back with news in brief. Political arena is what will wrap up it. Don't forget to join us on all our social media handles. Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and the rest. You can also call our marketers for affordable price and advertisement on 020 167 2828. 020-167-2828. Marego TV, located at Okwenya Akuse Junction off the Tema Akosomo Highway. I am Nana Suyo. Stay tuned. Remember, Marego TV is only the new experience with great insight.
Ebuzafo yema obibi akwaba diaba Marego TV sene so akoya yawada ene eye World Cup day ene eye World Cup day nti obia no yema akwaba soronko pa aha Marego TV so na akopie mu de na se dwumedi do Marego money di kopie mu Facebook na Facebook YouTube Instagram TikTok bia obenya Marego TV fe na wo so nya bi ahwe kamera so se akodie mu nsema ya boabo na fie na afeso amono ne de se fata se edimoni nyina yatu ndi se Marego Sports Flash na so ba da kama and so yawata ewo morning show no so meden the champions last that no emfa enko ama benteni Patrick na wadaroba ene World Cup no esha se bebia wo bia no misrewa adwuma bia wo ye bia wadaroma bisrewo obetimi afa na ma esi na afa so no ya marketing team no edin komo kama 0201672828 0201672828 na se individual bibia enso ebetimi edin na se eyade ofre na on market team for so din komo a na se when you ate so rate no e wo form till the buy for 1 month no World Cup month intende 7 p.m. opening game na ba so for 1 month na e ba so adaroma misrewa na se odi ban so a e be kanyina na afa ya bon daru kaba e de aba wonyina enso e ya de a nyina mo no enso e World Cup nsense e men so kwantu adaroma ye bo ni shishi na afa enso hyene so se ukopie bu dia nyam ya adoma na adomdom ya ukopie na se 5th July ukopie mo ewo pom dia na se the Rave Trade Fair so ebeba so kama the Rave Trade Fair so ebeba so wonyina enso e vendors ahoto no wa wo 20 ne bibia adwani bia otom bia no wadaroma bitima akopie mo enso ewo pom 5th July ena eba so 10 am pepe ena sa atwebedi so eba so a pom main lorry station into wadaroma Rave no eba so kan we trade fair ti bibia otom bia de otom bia patro fabra what I say na yem per market mount na afeni nyina mo no uso dwade enko akire nti bo wadaroma 5th July the road leads to pom main lorry station or Rave trade fair 5th July ena batem pepe nti bibia wo bia wadaroma shai wo ho na afeni nyina mo no dwumede no emra so kama so etebutafo yen sha se na afi so emfa asem nyina emfa mo na no pedia na yenko pie mo enso ewo newly promoted side anyame adoma next season obe chie mo ewo Ghana Premier League no omoden enso e deposit so ani abeye pa say coach and den the Christopher Ennin na ubeka ya nche bia na coach so the letter ekoma Samates for senya do beto aso aye coach e ama Samates no na positive for ni abrepa say Christopher Ennin say we fi Samates dia and obehia yi pasa pe de force no betwin komo kakra na papa GP no abesani contract e de ama FC Samates so say ni dia positive for any abresa nyame adoma omene Christopher Ennin be koso a edi nkomo na afiso papa GP ne na ogitum dia next we pe coach a obedjamo dia ma positive for na ebe Christopher Ennin ti munya na picture mo fa nto so mame na afi en boss wa na fa Christopher Ennin nyame anu ma positive for ene ne guso edi nkomo kama kama ntenche ono so be chip bi ne na afi so no wa be sane contract ama Samates weni sema epiem kakra na no pay ewo adra Samates for ne positive so ya na so ema kama ewo sports flash no so na if you want ma yento aso na yenko piemo enso on ma yare so the blast for so any abre se nyame adoma na e dia Atamale City for enso striker bakwa ne den e de Musa Salisu enso e player bakwa na se nyina mo no omuso any abre so omuso be sane abrante na ko piemo dia yare Atamale City for enso any abre na fe so the blast for nyina enso hrem se season no makemo it next season me here players a omuso bitimi abo ama so the blast mo ne bono and also bitimi akonkan no na brata ne den e de Musa Salisu there so the blast for ni Atamale City for eguso etwetwe nkomo na nkomo twetwe no edu eche ye pantenche abrante na so BGP na face no asane contract de ama there so the blast we ni sema and also APM kakra ewo there so the blast ni Atamale City for player ne den e de Musa Salisu a yara semina so emo na no pay ewo sports flash no so ye friend me go PMO ewo national issues kakra na wa national issues no na there former Ghanaian French international the dem de Marcel Desailly enso de abasa o share papa the day de Carlos Corres no papa go pia Real Madrid Man U coach na se ninim je wo coach ya there wo so ye pa o si papa o ye player na wo ye hu se bia obema hu so na afi de aka nyina papa ebebra wase o kire sam papa ebe pimo Egypt da de ko pimo ewa manonia nyama bi wa ni nyina wo chide se blasters o de e ko World Cup no obetimi asaso ko ball no money nti mun pe na afi mun hwe na mufa Mercedes say picture no ento so ema me kama nti ni nyina mo papa de atudwa se Carlos Torres coach bi anim je no e wo so ye pa do say abro wa beji blasters tumedi ndie obetimi aboa na afi blasters modebo no ebetimi akonkan ye pa o say papa wa coach players how na wa coach players o musa fata wa coach egosofo amwo football nyina nti aba blasters ndie adwumadie no enso ya dia no so betimi aboa na afeso ni nyina mo no eno so betimi akoke weni sama Mercedes yi enso ediaba efa Carlos Cruz weni nyina so mo na no pe sports flash no so ye fi wonu ma na yento aso na yenko piem kakra coach Otu Ado na Otu Ado beka ye nche bia na said the Ghana Football Association and the Ministry of Sports and Recreation for Epamu coach is and the body bono form after sell also for share 5 Germany for a share 2-1 na ni nyina mo no se ni de coach Otu Ado enso dia ni nyina mo no there FIFA 4 technical committee papa so kan ye pa na osiko piemo America dia na hit na no worship pa na ni nyina mo no there ni kan ye pa say European teams o piemo America no obi aso ya adapt enso the ma hit na eno so America entin sema your former Blasters coach Otu Ado kan fa temperature hu sema ekoso America.
I think it's really interesting to see if there are some patterns from different continents, also to see how, let's say, especially also European teams adapts in these heats, how the African teams, South American teams, who are maybe more used to the heat, to different circumstances, how they adapt, also with the traveling. I think the team around the team is very, very important also to provide everything what the team needs, and it's going to be very, very interesting, also especially from a tactical point of view, how the coaches react to all these complex things which are around the teams, and then to get the best out of the team.
The buy kama na so eja Blasters so nsem no yango PMO Blasters players no na ese nyina mo no omugusu eya hosisi se ne be anyame adoma June 17th Ghana yani Panama game so eba so kama no na ko PMO dia players no enso eguso ebo modern kama after training no was say Ibiamudi Agobi Etosona. Yeah, the video no ever two screens now. If you watch the Blasters players, no, I can say flip bottle and then say Tuano one would you and was from no flipping see no that yeah. It's an in number and also country way psychological a country into video no enter the better screen. Now watch the Blasters players are also a flip bottle challenge. Caleb nyina so wɔ no ma na ɛsɛ ɔmo nyina so ɛda flip bottle challenge no ɛgo so ɛkɔ so ɛwɔ Blasters for training ahodoɔ na ɛgo so ɛkɔ so ɛwɔ ade a America no nto hwɛ da wɔn nyina ɛnso ɛyɛ ade a ɛno so ɛkɔ nkan ɛnso wɔ no ma nti ɛmfa ɛno nso na efi wɔ no ma na afei nso no yɛntwa so nti wei ɛyɛ Blasters so nsɛnsɛm a yɛn so ɛda na no pay ɛwɔ sports flash no so nso wɔ hɔ na efi wɔ no ma na yɛntoa so na yɛnkɔ pie mo ɛnso ɛwɔ Norway kakra na Norway for nso no eni abrepa se nyame adom a World Cup omo so ebetimi aye nyama bebre enso ewo ho na ne nyina mo no e ade a se ni de 300 kg fish enampa eso pa na afi so no 116 kg of cheese wahu na afi 6000 oranges it Norway for eba World Cup no omo de enama na se ni weight no 300 kg kilogram na afi so cheese a eno so 116 kilogram and our face so ada 6000 orange ekutu nkwa me ba cho obenya Norway for picture no na fato so mame when ya enso nyama ada Norway for so e de abepie mo US of A ne nyina mo no na ada mu pese omo kyerese ampa se Norway for A tu kwan akopie mo America for duane no ya na yibia sa nti omangasa e de omoduane aba nti show screen so a Norway for no enso e de nam a no so ni modu pa 300 kg de aba sanso e na cheese enso doso na afi ekuto enso doso wono ma ni nyina enso e yade a na echese yade a enama na afi aduane a muso e de ba na chef odi ba no be 35 years ne chef no e na odi Norway for nam oni ade atinyam ya adoma kopien wa America dia Norway for so di omakasa dia ba weni sama piem kakra e do asan nyina so ma na no pay e was sports flash no so yento aso na yenko piem e wo Lionel Messi aso e kakra na Lionel Messi so e ade a obeka ya ni nyina mo no okopiem dia na esa Argentina national team no nsam mebre e na ekoso so wo ho na Lionel Messi enche bia na Argentina for a ball friendly match Lionel Messi na free bench be share goal enso di ma Argentina mo win 3-0 na after game no na bisa Lionel Messi say wenyi oguso ko weni ma asa goals na oguso she e na ochim sampa oni de sa records na nipa bebre e ka Lionel Messi wa ise oni de ono on kai kra de hian ni say ono football no obekoso abo football no ochim sampa ni nyina mo no ade individually ne teammate for so eboa ne ye pa ntiano e na ma ono ankasa Lionel Messi eboa game ne koso a be bia weni ndanala Lionel Messi eso ahye go e de ma Argentina ochim say World Cup we de ade a World Cup omo ye defending champions nto mo ba ne de na so mo botai no mo timi pon nyina sa Argentina for enso ebetima defending title nto weni sama Lionel Messi enso ediaba be na so ma na no pay e was sports flash no so emene so continue nya na afa yen sorry so ye go pie mo enso ewo Brazil national team aso kaka na go pie mu dia say America for no be obefe bia security wide what I say oye ya ofa ha ne achew ofa ne ayo sesa pacho obetimi enya mu picture na to so mamia na say ne te enso ewo ho na bra na say ade Brazil national team go pie mu America ada security for enso ehwe Brazil for no ehwehwemu ewo mu team ni bibia mu what I say but so many hours eskano mo medical doctor eskano mo bag nim na afọ mo shoe na afọ Senegal fo nyina enso ye yo mu bi Uzbekistan ye yo mu bi nti wa obedu America no munya du airport na the machines aba just obotom utrim enwi na afọ bag no mpabwo mo just atade wa hye nyina obeyi ni nyina na ya inspector kama enso wo no ma weni insama eno so piem kakra e wo Brazil for nti se na enye yi gwese nkofo kwati America for no unya du wa na eja ye check security point no ejuma pa e wa America de e di so kwa no Graham Potter enso ya coach ojremo e de ma the Swedish national team no na ni na pape wo hwe de na eche se e ade a ono so eguso ebo no body se Swedish for so work up omo so bitu abo mo na face no ni na mo no omo so bitu akomine no e na pape enso e ade a wo hwe de na se ni dressing na or the training girls ni de cowboy for no omo dressing ni bi ni yeah you took quite call America training at California for no yeah dressing it no when in summer and so PM kakra e was really fast so nti even see ya emene so ko adaroma nyame adom na adom dum ya wia the di aka no so no update beba na afa anwumre emre no ebie kwan ya ye di commentary no Mexico and South Africa ebebra me say me pa chowa person sponsor commentary na number no ye di beto screen so 0201 672828 pa cho frɛ na oni ye marketing team ending komo e bono ya tiso e full 1 month e bodo kama the amount 0201 672828 scan e ka krebu di ba ye beje na wa 1 month nyina ya bon daro e de medin e the champions na sidafa koma betani part any team nyina asidafa koma me sorry so na so you at the political arena and politicians for abede Ghana for so ehun komo makramo na no pe.
Marego TV, the new experience with great insight. Marego TV, the new experience with great insight.
morning once again and welcome to the Political Arena segment of the Morning Dew on Marego TV. I am Nana Soyo, streaming live from our studios here in Akuse Junction, Okoina. You can also join us on all our social media handles being Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, etc. etc. This morning we are discussing the abandoned Afari military hospital in the Ashanti region. A 200 million 500 bed capacity modern equipment built for soldiers, families and civilians in Ashanti region, yet the door remained locked. The minority in parliament is slamming government. Why is Afari military hospital still closed while patients die on waiting lists? Government says testing, staffing, logistics. Minority says broken promise, wasted money. Meanwhile, residents of Afari travel 40 kilometers to Komfanochi, bleeding time and lives. I have Honorable Sefas Kwete, Assembly Member for Okwenya Yilo, and also a communication team member of the Yilo Club constituency of the New Patriotic Party. Waiting for Israel Tenyumuchi of the NDC to join us soon here in the studios. You're welcome. Welcome. I wish you good morning and welcome.
Thank you very much.
Afari Hospital. To begin, when was it commissioned?
Come again.
When was it commissioned?
Oh, Alliance Afari Hospital wasn't commissioned.
It has not been commissioned.
Yes. Work started in 2008. Agreement was signed, and I'll be very happy if we could go deeper into the background when agreement was made, and then probably the percentage level of work done, and
you have the floor.
If you could allow me, so I will read from Ghana Web. Yes, this report was made available by the Defense Minister at the time, Honorable Dominic Nitiwo. It says the construction of the military hospital at Afari in the Etrima Wabieja Municipal Hospital in the Ashanti region, which started in 2008 but was stalled for a number of issues, is expected to be completed by the end of the year, which happens to be the same 2008. Defense Minister Dominic Nitiwo, who gave the assurance in Parliament in Accra on Tuesday, however, said the extension of the electricity, which is estimated to take 7 months. Oh, my screen keeps going up and down. 7 months would delay its handing over until the first half of 2020. The minister appeared in the House to answer a question from Mr. Emmanuel J. Amhie, the MP for Etrima Wabieja South.
Yes,
Great. I'm not too good at the tree, so that was seeking an answer on what had stalled the construction of the military hospital. In the background, the minister told the House that an agreement was signed between the government of Ghana and MES Erojet de Invest SA on August 20th August 2008 for the construction of 50-bed military hospital with residential staff housing as a turnkey project to be completed within 42 months of commencement in Sofola and Kumasi. It was approved by Parliament on 29th of 2008 with a credit facility acquired on November 10th, 2008 for the project. The contract agreement was reviewed on January 13, 2010, and the project was relocated to Tema. This is the interesting part. The project was further relocated from Temali again to Accra 37 Military Hospital and finally moved back again to Afari in Kawie in the Etrima Wabieja Municipal.
Thank you very much. So, Afari Hospital located in Etrima Wabieja Municipality of Nkawie. We go for a quick commercial break. We shall be right back.
22 or 0503 1303. 95. We produce in bulk quantities, so just let us know how much you need. We are located at Bon Ahunjo off the Temakosobo Highway and Dakuman, Nyamiche, Abeche Street. Glorious natural mineral water, so refreshing. Are you thirsty and in need of well-purified water to quench your thirst? I recommend Glorious Natural Mineral Water, produced through reverse osmosis to the highest quality. This highly purified water is perfect for any occasion, being it wedding ceremonies, parties, funerals, engagements, and many more. Contact Glorious Natural Mineral Water on 0548 493522 or 0503 130395. We produce in bulk quantities, so just let us know how much you need. We are located at Bon Ahunjo off the Temakosobo Highway and Dakuman, Nyamiche, Abeche Street. Glorious natural mineral water, so refreshing.
Fly away, yes, I'll fly away.
Glorious Event Center is the perfect venue for all your special occasions. From wedding ceremonies and birthday parties to funerals, live band performances, corporate events, and private gatherings, we've got you covered. Let me show you around. We also have spacious conference rooms, restaurants, canopies and chairs, guest rooms, live bands and spinning equipment for your services. Glorious Event Center also provides video coverage and photography services for all your special occasions. Locate Glorious Event Center at Akuse Junction off the Temakosobo Highway. For bookings, please call 020-167-2828.
Segment. It starts as Hope, a hospital for heroes, built, painted, equipped. By 3 years later, the beds are still empty and the pain is still full. Discussing the abandoned Afari Military Hospital in the Chimamanda municipality. Israel Nyumuchu has just joined us as a communicator from the National Democratic Congress. You're welcome for Ilo constituency. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Right. Israel, let me come to you. Do you think President John Mahama has plans to complete Agenda 111 and other hospitals, including the Afari Military Hospital, for usage?
Did I think he has planned? We are in June.
Do you believe? I said, do you believe?
We are in June.
Yeah.
Good. Even in this month, June, some installations are being made in the Afari Military Hospital within this month, this June. Then the president himself said it on record that the various Agenda 111 facilities that has kickstart, he will make sure that they all got to completion because it is taxpayers' money we've put in there. So for that, what message will you believe than what comes from the mouth of Jesus? So the one in charge has said it, and he didn't just said it, but his actions are showing. He is working tirelessly on them. So yes, I have a belief, and so do Ghanaians equally have belief, except some few.
Thank you very much. Same question to you, Cephas.
It is quite interesting when we talk about installations. I don't know whether he wants to say in this June there would be installations, but he said there are installations. I don't know the kind of installations he's talking about, but I'm very sure that in his rebuttal he will tell us the kind of installations that are being made. But it was about, if not yesterday, then last 3 days, that the honorable ranking member on the health committee went to this site, and according to the report, the place has been engulfed with bushes, and deteriorations has started being seen on the hospital facility. So I don't know the kind of installation that he is talking about. Meanwhile, when this minister was going to the place, in fact, there are military men at the place stopping him from entering into the facility. But I'm sure it will be a topic that will be part of your outline that we'll discuss. But when you talk about believing what comes from Jesus, I believe he's trying to, describe John Mahama as Jesus. But it is quite unfortunate. The Jesus is talking about is somebody who says that he's going to pay the newly employed nurses and the teachers their salaries until now, 14 months, 50 months. Nothing has been given to them. The Jesus is talking about is the Jesus that says that when he comes, he's going to do 24-hour economy, and then the plan is one job, 3 people, 3 shifts, which has tended to be 24-hour economy market, which I have seen that the projections is going to go into 8 years. Probably he's coming to spend only 4 years. So, so to end with, the Agenda 111 hospitals, when they came into power, they have given us estimation that is overwhelming. So they have to leave it for some time, and it is not a project of a priority. So I don't believe in any way that the president will complete.
The plaque on the wall of Afari Hospital when the Minority Caucus on Health when they says that it was commissioned on January 4th, 2025. So what is the president and the government in power waiting to operationalize the place?
It was commissioned on January 4th,
2025.
You see, when you talk of a health facility, it is not the structure we raise. Okay, it is not. And from their own records, when they told us it was about 92% complete, later on they told us by December it will be handed over. Later they came back to deny. You see, when we want to do this, let me pull the politics aside and talk about this. When you talk of a house, it is not that you've laid blocks, plastered it and painted it. The interior talks more. So for you to say that you are commissioning a health facility and it is ready to kickstart, it means all equipment that are supposed to be there are in there. You have employed staff who are going to be running the place. So has there been a medical doctor who said he has been posted to this facility? Has there been a nurse who said has been posted to that facility? The issue is this. Health is a critical issue, and it happens to be a matter of security concern. So on my part, I agree with government. I know what government is doing to make sure it is duly finished for use. But to hear from people who told us they have commissioned an empty building and want us to carry people in there, that is unfortunate. You've been in power for 8 years. You couldn't finish it in 8 years. And you same people are on the street now shouting that under 1 year, under 1 year, whilst works are still ongoing, you want to crucify the one who started the project. Mahama started to a point because, yes, contracts and agreement flows were facilitated in 2008. Due to site issues, contract disputes and the rest, the project couldn't start till 2014 or so. You came to power for 8 years. You couldn't finish it. So if today the one who started it practically is back working to completion, once you told us that you were some few percentage away from it, so if it's 92, why then will you, if you indeed care about Ghanaians, go and commission a facility that is not duly completed by your own reports? So, Mami Soyu, I don't want us to be giving the NPP relevance they have lost already. So, they only wanted Ghanaians to keep hearing that there used to be a group like them. The issue is this: government is working. And as we sit here and talk, work is ongoing in the Afari Military Hospital. For now, the health sector is doing far better and better and better under Mahama and Akando. So for them to sit, they only want us to know that they exist. But as it stands now, we are not having a responsible minority that is supposed to hold government.
It was completed by Nanado on January 4th, 2025.
2025. So
completion on January 4th, 2025.
Yes, 2025. So you have to take note. Okay. You see, the issue we are talking about is not about who started and who completed it. We are talking about operationalizing it. And the records clearly stated that the Akufo-Addo government or the MPP government started it in, the agreement was signed in 2008. Progressively.
During President Kufuor's era.
Yes. And progressively, 2014, it continued. But there were a whole lot of issues from 2014 to 2016. Like the project could have even operationalization and everything could have been done even before 2026. Even 2016, when we were leaving power, there were court cases and there were tax exemption issues and all those things. When the MPP came into government in 2017, that was when the tax exemption was finally given. You get it? And then going forward, there were issues with the contractors, of which they have to go to court. And then the contract has to be re-awarded to a subcontractor under the same contractor who the contract was given initially, and they were in court. You see, so you could see that the MPP did a lot about this project. Now, he was saying that before a hospital could be commissioned, there should have been equipment and there could have been workers, doctors working in it. The issue of commissioning a completed project is different from operationalizing it. You are done with the infrastructure and the interior, like he said, and all those things. Even if you don't have equipment in it, you are done with the infrastructure. You could commission the infrastructure. Then you will now get tax exemptions and all those things, buy equipment and finish it with it. And then that was when operationalization will start. Even with the UGMC hospital, when John Mahama was leaving office at his last sona, what did he say? He said he is leaving it for Akufo-Addo to buy the equipment and finish it with it and then operationalize it. And lo and behold, Akufo-Addo did that. And even in addition, there was UGMC phase 2, of which nobody talks about it. Akufo-Addo started it, completed it, finished it, and operationalized it. Nobody talks about this fact. So, what the honorable member is saying, who has been stopped by the military man, is that the infrastructure is completed. Don't leave it to deteriorate. Equip it and employ workers into risk and operationalize it. It's as simple as that.
Thank you very much, Cephas. Israel, what is the delay affecting soldiers, veterans, and civilians in Ashanti and Blue regions? What is this delay affecting soldiers, veterans, and civilians? How is the delay affecting them? Don't you think it's affecting them? Because if you have hospitals around that area and they still have to move 40 kilometers to Komfo-Anokye Teaching Hospital for treatment.
I wouldn't talk on it as affecting a group of people, because health issues does not respect the class you belong to. So what of the ordinary Ghanaian living within the same area? So I think it should have rather been the effect of the delay.
As I mentioned, soldiers, veterans, and civilians, and the citizens.
So personally, I will talk about it in a way that the ordinary citizen like me living within that area will know I'm also covered. The issue is this: health issues are matters of national security concern, and any delay have a dire consequences or effect on everybody. On everybody, because there could be a specialist there who might not be in the eastern region. Like if I have an issue and I'm rushed there, that could have been of help. Because literally there are people who are dying that if we should have a better system, wouldn't have died. That one is a fact. So the delay, yes, has a dire effect. But then, the fact that your children are hungry does not mean you serve them a half-cooked meal. The fact that your children are hungry does not mean you give them a half-cooked or a half-baked bread, because it equally has effect. And that is what I said, that even in this month, June, work is ongoing in there. Okay, work is ongoing. We are not playing politics with the health sector. And I can tell you on authority that check all the tertiary and the secondary health facilities. Almost each and every one of them has had a touch from government. Kolebu and Co. Almost all of them. There has been a massive retooling. So if Afari was just a matter of pushing workers in there, that could have been a very easy thing to do, because already we have a lot of health professionals on a waiting list. But it goes beyond there. When the people go there, what are they going to work with? The commission they were talking about, did they take us through theater to theater, word to word, for people to see that the sensitive machines needed are really fixed? So the issue here is this. It is about time. This is not election time. It's about time we talk about governance, leadership, and the people of Ghana. And as I'm telling you, that as it stands now, government is in there working. So if they want to add some relevance to themselves, they should be a responsible minority.
Thank you very much. You've made your point. And I always keep saying, in as much as we're doing politics, we ought to be diligent, because we're educating the public as well. Yes, same question to you.
So the NDC always attack the MPP whenever the opportunity is given them. But the fact remains the same. When we are to remove all MPP projects from Ghana, you could realize that the NDC has been empty from Rollins' time to date. And the fact remains the same. You see, I will not actually attack them or on their reputation or their party or whatever, but I will speak to the issues. You see, he mentioned that Akandro and the government has been the best under health and all. What did they do? Absolutely nothing. Their Mahama Care policy that they brought was taken from health insurance. And that has been, came to light by President Kufuor, the NPP government. You see, so they are not, and he mentioned that they have touched almost all the hospitals. Oh my God. You see, during the NPP's time, we never had doctors going on strike.
Really?
Yes, we never had that. So you could come out with it. We never had doctors going on strike at, how do we call it, the Kumasi hospital. Yes, we never had doctors going on strike, simply because the emergency wards cannot contain, how do we call it, emergency issues, and then when they have to refer patients, they have to, how do we call it, ask the CEO to go on suspension for 2 weeks. It has never happened. Even emergency wards has never gotten full at Komfo-Anokye Teaching Hospital. What are we seeing today under their watch? These are the things that is happening. Last time at the Kolebu Teaching Hospital, it also happened. We've seen pockets of these things happening there. People have to lose their lives and all those kind of things. When we, the NPP, was in power, were we recording these things? So we can never say that under their watch they are doing better. They should tell us what they actually did. Now, the issue has to do with the effects. What is the delay? What is the effect that the delay is going to have on Ghanaians? You see, the MP that went to the place to supervise the progress of the work was thinking about his constituents, was thinking about ordinary Ghanaians, was thinking about military men and all those people who will benefit from that project. And he was, you know, even if without this is reportage, could we be talking about this? Could we see the level of agencies being attached to these issues, being attached to it today? No. But you see, the military men were trying to stop this man from appealing to the government to go to site and complete the work and operationalize it. You see, if what happened at Komfo-Anokye Teaching Hospital the last time, if we were to have a military hospital equipped and operationalized, they could refer emergency cases to the Afari Hospital.
Thank you.
And that is
You
going to
made your
reduce and make health care better for all of us to also enjoy.
Israel, does the MPs have the right to visit the place?
I wish we can shift the MPP aside and talk about.
Does the MPs have the right to visit the place?
Right, yes, but right comes with responsibilities. It is not your private property, and there is somebody manning the place. So you can't just walk in the person of I am. Even when the president is coming into a particular territory, he gives notification to people in that particular community. So the fact that you are an MP does not mean you can just wake up, pick your V8, drive anywhere, and tell them I am MP, I'm coming to do this.
So is there social right for preventing them?
They have. He is protecting the place. So if anybody is coming there, at least there should be a consent to that effect. The fact that we are fine does not mean I can walk in anytime and walk into the studio and tell you I am a panelist before. That doesn't hold. So if the MP who makes law does not understand the basic laws they do or do not comply by the laws they make themselves, then it is becoming unfortunate. Yes, you are an MP. The project is a public project. The state has entrusted the place into somebody's care. Don't forget there are properties in there. So if the one is protecting the properties and you are coming there without any consent or without any notification from the employer or the man in charge of the place, then he has every right to stop them. It is like you are not in the house.
Property in this case means the place is equipped.
Let's say I told you that. Yeah, I told you
that can be operationalized.
I told you as in this June, when the man go to the place, what was it yesterday or 2 days ago? And as at 3rd or 4th June, work was ongoing there. Installation was ongoing. So if he walks in there, and remember when you read reportage down, the place has not even been handed over to government yet. With the commissioning they claim they did, as it stands now, the contractor has not officially even handed the key to government yet. So if somebody is guarding your site for you, even as a private person, and they are building materials in there, you didn't tell the one in charge that somebody will be coming there to do something, and your own daughter or son walks in, telling the security man that it is my mother's project, allow me in. I don't think anybody with security conscience and want to protect his or her job will allow your son in without any authorization from you.
You made a point. Same question to you.
It is quite interesting. You see, I am wondering where Israel keeps coming from. And also you, prior to the 2024 elections, Akando, Minta Akando was seen everywhere, entering into hospitals, uncompleted hospitals, and all those things. Who stopped him? Were we not having securities at the place? Who stopped Minta Akando when he was in opposition? Reporting from every hospital, even including Agenda 111 hospitals. Who stopped him from doing that? Today you are telling me that military men have the authority to stop the honorable MP from entering into a place in his own constituency where a project is ongoing? Oh my God. What is the NDC trying to tell us, and what is the picture they are trying to paint? Nana, so we were here when Okujeto Ablakwa and Sam George went to the cathedral, the premises where the cathedral is being built. Ignore all security protocols, went into the place, and commissioned the place by them own selves. You see, so the NDC, when I say, sometimes when I say Israel is a double standard guy, I am fair. You see, he speaks as if he doesn't know what has happened in Ghana during the previous elections. Honorable ministers with cameras and their people, they have even given authorization to people to go and even swim in the manhole or the foundation that was dug for the National Cathedral project, and took pictures and video. You see, so look, NDC, we are serious here. We are talking about serious matters. That propaganda must stop. We don't need those things. Ghanaians are suffering. You know, the last time they Joy News interviewed some patients at the Comfort Teaching Hospital, you could see that people were suffering when the doctors went on strike for just a day. A whole lot of lives were at risk. You could see that romance is being played with death, actual death. People were suffering. We need these projects to be completed. An honorable member went to the site just to create the awareness and then plead with the government to complete a project that is happening in his own constituency that will benefit his constituents and benefit the ordinary Ghanaians, even through referral of patients to these sites. And a whole security, a military man placed there was stopping the man from, if the MP was a weakling, like these discussions wouldn't be going on today. If the MP was a weakling, like actions wouldn't be taken today. Now, so even this morning before I come to Marego TV, you could see that all the media houses started discussing these issues. And they were even bringing out projects that Nana Akufo-Addo started, completed, and it has been abandoned. They were even talking about hospital projects at different levels, including Agenda 111, and even bringing out data when it comes to hospital, which government has done better. And Akufo-Addo stands tall. If you look at the projects they are mentioning, the constituencies, the districts, the regional hospitals that they are mentioning, that Akufo-Addo, and I here, if the opportunity is given, I can give you as many as 400 hospitals projects started by Akufo-Addo, completed, and some other ones at various completion level, including the 3 Agenda 111 hospitals that has been commissioned before Akufo-Addo left power. Now, what is left for them to do is to now continue the ones that are at completion stage with lesser funds, employ workers, nurses, doctors, physicians, and all the workers who are needed in this facility. It will not cost you much, like they have invested in starting it and reaching the level at which it is. And then people, it will even boost employment level. Nurses who are sitting in the house will be employed. Doctors who are waiting for opportunities to work and earn a 3 meal square will have the opportunity to also work. And then patients who are suffering.
I was coming to ask that wouldn't the commissioning of the operationalizing of the hospital bring employment to the unemployment in the country? I was even coming to ask that.
It's going to bring a whole lot. Now, when you look at the backlog of nurses that are in the house now, if we prioritize Agenda 111, 111 hospitals. Look, just imagine the number of employment it is going to give. And
thank you very much, Israel.
It is not as if these hospitals we don't need.
You've made your point. Israel, as I said earlier, wouldn't the commissioning and operationalizing of this hospital create employment for the unemployment?
To the LPP communicators, indeed, you live in a different Ghana, and you're also living in a different Ghana.
I am not surprised.
For you to say that
that
Akufo-Addo constructed 400 hospitals in his 8 years, you have made me run out of words.
I can give you. You don't know, so I can give you. If you like now, so you throw a challenge, and let's go into it. I will give you.
Please let him.
Throw a challenge.
Don't interject him, please. Don't interject. Let him land.
It is unfortunate. Is it the hospitals you broke down or those you built? La has a polyclinic. You went there with bulldozers. You pulled it down. What has happened?
They were going to construct it. What is the motive? What is the motive of pulling it down?
Please,
when I want to speak freely, it will be like I am not careful in my words. But which sensible government in its right senses will have a running facility and has a plan of building a bigger one, will go and pull down the health facility that is running, serving the people, and promise.
It seems you don't know the state of the hospital when it was pulled down. You don't know the state.
Please let him learn. I will come in, please. Give him the opportunity to express himself.
Why?
Thank you.
So again, which sensible government in its right senses will see a facility serving purpose, has no alternative for them, will break it down, grade the place, and then pack out? If we are to be humane enough, then the best thing is to start something get it to a point where it can be used. Then you come back. So many here. When we were pulling down the polyclinic used to be in front of the Pepe police station, where it has been, where they use as a car park now. There was an old story building there. When they wanted to change it, they shifted the assembly. They moved the facility from here to the other place, and it took even some time before pulling it down. So for you to say that what is serving purpose that they are managing is not good, you broke it down without any alternative, and you want us to clap for you. I have clapped for you for such a great job you have done for yourselves.
Yes, you need to.
You see, I mean, so you. I keep saying this. I can't to it. You will not bite your tongue in placement of fish. So the issue here is this. Yes, government admitted there are issues. Government is fixing the issues one after the other. You can mention all the tertiary hospitals like Kolebu, Konfanoti itself, and you can point to massive retooling within this one year, few months of Akando Mahama Health Project. When we talk of what the Mahama Care is doing now, and what the CEO, is it Obobia, is doing with the, is it Ghana Health Trust Fund or what have you, you could see clearly the primary health care now. You could see all these things playing a role. So if we have an issue and you are telling us we should behave like you, that the working ones we should break it, if it is in a state that it can be used, the president and the minister in no condition under those circumstances will say that it should still be there. Okay? So for you to think they are not thinking that way is unfortunate. And to you, for you to tell us in your 8 years, no health worker went on strike, it's unfortunate. So once again, I realize that
we are not a teaching hospital. That's what I said.
Thank you, Israel.
I realize that Akufo-Addo and Baba Omiyo came to govern another Ghana.
Thank
they
you,
did projects in another Ghana. And we in Ghana here too are living in another world. So he is telling us what happened in the other world.
How do you call it? The hospital was talking about, is he?
The La Polyclinic.
Nana Soyu. I am very sure that he didn't follow proceedings. He just want to play politics out of the issue, just like his big men did with it.
Oh, so you mean there was no polyclinic there? It was not pulled down. The traditional leaders didn't come out to cry on government.
Israel, let's hear.
There were no extra lands at the place. They don't have extra land. The hospital infrastructure was breaking down. When you go there, you see cracks and all those things inside. And it was posing threats on lives. You see, even before you go to the hospital, your life is under threat. Then you go and sleep under a building that has extra cracks, which will pose another threat on the little life that you have. There were alternative hospitals that was given to the people that when they need health care, you can travel just a short distance to access these hospitals close by. Now, what the government want to do at the time is that they want to give them a modernized hospital. We were not having land. So what do they have to do? We have to relocate the old facility by pulling in because there's no other option. And the people were crying for this hospital. So government intended in doing it within a shortest possible time. That was the intention they had before they have to pull it down. If there were another alternative land for them to use, they would have used it. Now, I'll show you a typical example. When you go to Nigo, old Nigo itself, they were having a polyclinic there. And then the Agenda 111 hospital was built behind because there was a vast land there. If the intention of the MPP government is to pull down already existing polyclinics and health centers, they would have put that one down before building the Agenda 111. But that is not the issue. The issue with was issue with land. So he should you see, that's the issue. So, stop doing that. When you go to Sege itself, the Agenda 111 hospital was on a different land. And then the Sege Polyclinic was also there running. If there had been alternative for land, they wouldn't have pulled down the old project. You see, so you wanted to ask something.
So no, your time was up. I want to go back to Israel. What is wasting our time for Afari Hospital to be in use? As we come to the end of the show.
I told you earlier on that even as at 3rd June, work is being done. So it should tell you that it is not fully, as you have said, completed. But on political lines, we have to find a way to tell the people that we are done with it. So quickly.
Is the current government building new hospitals?
New hospitals?
No is the answer. No is the answer. You know it. You just want to play politics. You say something like you always do. You say something.
Please don't interject him.
Israel.
You've just confused Israel.
Oh no, he can't confuse
Israel,
me.
I asked a simple question.
He can't confuse me. But I want
the
him to
current
learn.
government building new hospitals?
I encourage government building
New hospitals
when necessary, because if
so, why leave the one that must be operational and building new ones?
Did government left any project that's supposed to be touched?
So,
So you
Israel.
I did what you get people money. Listen, let me show you.
Wait, I'm coming. Safe as, please. Safe as, please.
If you want to be exposed, which year did you pull down the La Polyclinic?
Safer, please.
you are still going
No,
back.
listen, no, wait. I'm bringing you back. If you want us to go back, let's play it.
Safe as.
Let me show you. Ask him. Which year?
Safe as.
Which year?
Israel.
I think it's my time now.
Israel and Cephas. I ask a simple question. I'm the moderator here. So please listen to me. Cephas, don't try to interject him when he's on the floor.
That's fine.
Please, let's educate our viewers. Let's educate your party members. Please. Simple question. Abanya Yewumuye, those governments, is it building new hospitals?
Oh yeah, we are, and that's what I'm coming back to you. You see, in management, we call something geographical departmentalization. So where you are,
you will not let me learn. Why abandon?
No, so I'm telling you, we did not. So
the president himself said, Agenda 111.
And I'm telling you that the situation is this: we are touching it, and we are touching all. But should we go and touch those that have the designs, paid money to contractors without anywhere to locate the facilities? Afari, I told you, Afari, as it stands now, work is ongoing to have it been to have it to be put in good use. And I was asking him, if you complain like General Hospital issue was a matter of land, do you remember the year they pulled down the polyclinic? How many years did it take you? After pulling the polyclinic, the people folded the land and carried it. So you have to go after them to get it and put it back again. You see, when you want to run away from your own shadow, that is what befalls you. When you run from your own shadow, that is what befalls you. Then if government is putting up new hospitals, it is not a crime.
Thank you very much. You made it coming in so that we wrap up.
You see, the NDC is now finding it difficult to defend themselves and their governments. If he mean the MPP didn't prioritize La Hospital, they are in power for almost 2 years now.
You were in power for 8 years.
That's good. That's great. And then in 2024, earlier 2024, that was when concerns started coming. That La Hospital infrastructure is having issues. And therefore,
2024,
you
pulled down the structure 2020. The structure was pulled down in 2020, and we started building in June 2024. That was when you sent men to site. So for 4 solid years in government,
so
like you think Ghanaians don't reason up?
He's talking about fine. I am not privy to that.
Okay.
That is the fact. I am not privy to that. I have to do my research in order to rebut that. But the next time we meet here, I will do that research and then we'll speak to it because I don't trust him. I don't trust him.
Talking about
in 2024, that was when government was actually expediting actions to complete the hospital for people.
Israel, your parting words. I'm not feeling fine, you please. Israel, your parting words.
Oh, so soon.
Yes, please.
Well,
what's the time?
The usual tradition now. I will tell every Ghanaian to be very mindful and watchful. the weather is still not friendly.
Is that this calls for a market, you know? This I say come and pay and do it. Come and pay.
See, this one, it is me helping you.
Why we've been doing it? No, we've been doing it ourselves.
Do your work, my sister.
We also we talk to the meteorologist, so we know what about
so this morning, good morning to you, His Excellency John Dramani Mahama,
pay money, let me,
and our able health minister. We believe in your leadership, and Ghana is proud of you. To my regional minister, keep on doing the good work. And to my boss, Honorable Kudu Adupo, we are with you, and I wish you success in your elections. You see, Mami Soyu. Mami Soyu.
Yes.
Mami Soyu.
Yes.
I will clap for Honorable Francis Abdul Akumati for the great job he's doing. For the great job he's doing. And my village people too are saying we are proud of him. Yilo is blessed to have him. You know, we have now seen leadership at play. And he has been very firm, result-oriented, a very man of few words, but uncountable results. And we are very grateful that he's been able to chalk the many successes he has done. He just celebrated the birthday. Honorable, I'll take you out very soon. Okay, I'll take you out very soon. I think we'll take you out and say thank you and Ayeko for the great job you are doing. Okay, so to the people of
Thank you very much. Your parting words.
All right, parting words.
Honorable Chubby birthday. Marry, I mean, Chubby birthday, hello, chopper.
I say a very good morning to all community folks in Okwenya. When I talk of Okwenya, it encompasses Okwenya proper, Akuse Junction, Agamakopi, and Adela Kopi. Actually, recently there has been power issues in my electoral area, and then we are doing our possible best.
When you talk of power issues, we don't understand.
Power outages, and which happens to be with transformer issues, and then the cables being attached to themselves. You see, Nanasoyo, it is it's a fact. Yes, it's a fact that when you come to the Somania municipality, that's Yilo proper municipality. Our last sitting, there was a brochure, a nice one, that they have completed a number of projects. It is true they completed it, but all the projects that were in the brochure was started by the MPP government, and then it was most of them were.
For it's a crime to complete a project.
80%.
For you, it's a crime to complete a project.
Almost all of them that came. All of them that were placed. It is my party words. Allow me to say.
But this is not a party words.
Please allow him to.
He doesn't want me to say the fact.
No,
please.
And that is
you have had 8 years to FDC, and you are telling us that for the whole 8 years you started numerous projects and you couldn't finish any. So which man will go for a war and will not calculate
the fact because he knows I go to that. So
Israel.
We are in the community. We have a problem. You couldn't fix it. Somebody is fixing the problem. We are seeing the man fixing the problem.
Just when you were signing up, please.
Okay.
Let him land. You have 30 seconds. Land and let me sign up, please.
They were doing absolutely nothing new at the place. Even the roads that they patched with the common fund.
Please, your parting words. Your parting words, please.
I just want.
So your time is 7 up. I have 2 minutes to leave the studio. Thank you very much for our viewers, and then you can also join us on all our social media handles on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, and the rest. We are located at Okwenya, Akuse Junction of the Tema Akosomo Highway. Follow Marego TV for more. Let me say a very big thank you to our panelists in the house this morning. Israel Tenyumuchu, right?
Yeah.
Tenyumuchu. Israel Tenyumuchu, an NDC communication team member of the Yilo constituency, and also Honorable Sefas Kwete, Assembly member for Okwenya Yilo, and an MPP communication team member also of the Yilo constituency for joining us. And to all the New Patriotic Party delegates here in the Lower Manya constituency for service in truth, transparency, and integrity, kindly vote Isaac Kofi Numotete Garba as the constituency youth organizer for the Lower Manyaklo constituency. Ipanye peke hesiba mnyahana wafonso keha Isaac Kofi Numotete Garba eja kan legine ne emanye manye enye hemi kemaya hene inisane ni nesa hu emanye mape kehanye. Once again, vote for Isaac Kofi Numotete Garba as the constituency youth organizer for service in truth, transparency, and integrity in the Lower Manya constituency. Good morning, Sepi. I am Nana Soyo. See you tomorrow.